Nowadays, it's very important for us to know who to trust. Lalo na sa pagbili ng sasakyan. Sobrang daming pwedeng pagbilian pero iilan lang ang totoong maaasahan. Who doesn't want an easy and convenient car buying process? Who should we trust to get all your car buying needs? AutoDeal has all the answers. AutoDeal is an all-in-one platform for your car needs. It makes your car buying experience worthy and more convenient. Up to 450 highly rated car dealers nationwide pa ang pwedeng pagpilian. So what are you waiting for? Simplify your car buying journey and get the best deal at autodeal.com.ph.
Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. Now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. My name is Alec Cuenca and I'm your host, and I'm just so excited that I am doing this recording here at the PNA Studios. The setup looks amazing, and again, just really grateful for everyone who's clicked the episode right now. And if you are listening for the podcast. If you are listening for the first time, then welcome to the show. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have on the show. And if this is your nth time listening to the podcast, then welcome back. The podcast is still the number one self-improvement podcast here in the Philippines because of you guys. So really want to thank and honor everyone for just being here, expanding yourselves, committing to yourselves once again. And so for this episode, I really want to talk about 3 things that I feel that can help you move to your next level this 2023. A great surprise that I launched when the year came in 2023, January 1st, I actually released my first ever book called Your Best Year Ever. And in this book, I talked about a lot of different ways and strategies for you to live your best year ever that I personally used in my life, combined with insights and stories and researches that I have garnered throughout, the journey in writing this book. And I'm just so excited to finally share something with you. I have been working on this book for quite some time now. And I can truly say that last year was me being able to shift on the second half. My first half of 2022 was kind of not so good, but on the other half, I was able to turn it around, and I could say that by January 1st, 2022 was my best year by far. And so I'm going to share with you what I think would really put you to the next level and make your 2023 your best year ever. Starting with the first one, which is start to invest. Okay? And this is not a financial episode, though I'm going to release a lot of episodes in the future like that. When I say invest, is looking at your self as an asset, that the more that you accumulate it and the more that you invest in yourself, the more that you will reap your rewards, bigger rewards in the future. So think of yourself as a savings account or even an investment. Like the more you put in yourself, the more that you put time, energy, effort, resources onto yourself, the more that you can actually grow and expand. Here's something that I realized that is my secret that led me to living my best year ever. I looked at myself as an investment. When now I'm recording my podcast, I don't really need to, have a script, have an outline, because I have invested a lot in the previous years when I was just starting. I remember when I think back in 2017 when I first read a book. I am not a bookworm in that sense, in any sense. But there was just one moment where I actually accidentally came across this book. And you all know this book. The book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then it was just lying on the ground, and I asked my friend, do you read it? He said, no, you can read it. And then I opened it and I tried that. And I think after I read a few pages of that book, it was the first time that I realized that I could learn so much more than what I'm learning inside the confines of a school. And so what I did is I invested a lot in myself. I invested in books. Now I have my own personal library, and I have been reading nonfiction books, personal development books, success books every single day. Like there's not a day that my mind is just really obsessed with learning. And for me, buying books is something that I will never look at as something that is not worth it. When I'm buying a book, that's an investment for me. Why? It's because I'm investing in myself by learning in a few pages, the life story or the life lesson of someone, of an author out there, maybe on the other side of the world. So that for me was an investment. And at that time, I didn't really see it as an investment. And maybe just like the other investment, you won't be able to see the rewards of investing in yourself in the early stages of your investment. 5 years later, I think I've read more than 100 books. And all of them are nonfiction. And I'm continue to still read and read and read. I could say that I could create a 1-hour talk in impromptu, because I have invested so much in myself. Now the knowledge that I have is really abundant. And so we all are looking at for the young people out here, like if you're in your 20s or maybe if you're in your early 30s and you're looking at, okay, I want to start investing now. Let's say you have 100,000 pesos. Don't look at, okay, which stock am I going to buy? Which trade am I going to do in whether it's Forex or real estate? Don't even look at those kinds of investments right now. If you have less than 100,000 in your bank, the best way to use that is to invest that in yourself. Why? Okay. So let's say you buy a stock. It performs well, right? It gives you an average 8% per year every single year. So after 5 years, you'll have a decent amount of money. But what if the money that you have right now, you invest in yourself? And when I say invest in yourself, you invest in your skills. And when you invest in your skills, you expand yourself. Now, the money generating capacity, which is that you have, is so much. Now you're not just earning 8%. Maybe you find a way to create a business that gives you 100% profit, 50% money back, okay, from your investment. So if you have less than 100, and if you're starting with investments, invest in yourself. That's when Warren Buffett keeps on telling us the best investment is the investment that you make to yourself. Why? Because if you invest this money, sure, it can make gains, but if you invest in yourself, it becomes exponential. Now you can earn 6 digits, 7 digits. So start investing in yourself. That's the first one. The second one is visualize your big dream. And this is a practice that I have been using a lot lately. When you're planning on thinking about what do you want to have for the next year or for this year, or who do you want to be, what do you want to do after the year ends, when you're thinking about setting up your goals, make it bigger. Like, what's the big dream? Because goals is just something that you can write off, you can, pursue and finish it. Great, you'll have growth. Not sure. No, I know a lot of people are setting goals, but they're not really growing. But then there are people who are not setting goals, but are really after this big, wild dream. And then they're growing through the process. It doesn't matter if you're hitting your goals or not. Are you growing? Right? So don't just set goals, set dreams. Be clear with what your dream is. So what's the big dream for you? Right? What's the big vision? And this is the importance of it. The moment that you say, let's say you have a big dream, the tasks that you need to do in order for you to get that becomes so much easier. Because you have a big dream. Like, for example, my dream is to reach 1 billion people and, help them transform their lives, transform 1 million lives. That's a big dream. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. However, if that means I need to wake up and take care of myself and read books and post content online, if that's what it takes, then I'm going to do it easily. I don't need to drag myself in doing it. It becomes now inspired work because I have a big dream and it's clear for me. I'm looking at the big picture. I'm not just looking at, I need to do this. All the other tasks become something that I just need to do, that I will do on autopilot, because in order for me to get there, they're just stepping stones. Okay? So have a big vision for you.
Mahirap talagang maiwan ng taong mahal. Pero mas mahirap ang masiraan ng kotse sa gitna ng daan. Don't let this happen again. It's time to upgrade with AutoDeal, an all-in-one platform for your car needs. Para sa sulit and wide selection of promos and trustworthy sales agent, sagot na ng AutoDeal yan. AutoDeal can bring you one tap closer to your dream car with more than 450 highly rated partner car dealers nationwide. So, no need to worry for your next road trip. Visit autodeal.com.ph to get the best car deals.
What's the big vision? There's a concept that I learned. It's called the Google Goals. And the Google Goals is basically something that when you're writing your goals down, 50% of your goals should have a failing rate of 50%. And why is that? Because if you do that, now you're going to be so much stretched. Like, for example, if your goal today is saving 100,000 in your bank account, no? Don't make it just 100K, make it 200K. Now, it has a 50% chance of failing. Even if you fail, you get that 100K. Are you getting this? Right? This is a way for you to stretch yourself. If you hit that 200,000, great, congratulations. But if you don't, if you quote unquote fail, you still have 100,000, which is still a great amount of money, a great amount of work, and still a great amount of success. So have a big dream. Check on your goals right now. Do 50% of your goals have a 50% chance of failing? Because that's the secret of you stretching out. Like, I didn't know, I remember back in 2021, I set a goal of reaching 1 million followers. I failed. However, I was able to garner around 800,000 followers. And even though I failed, I was so close, and 800,000 is still a pretty good amount of followers. So with that being said, stretch yourself. What's the big vision? What's the end goal? And always remind yourself that. I think in the book of the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen R. Covey, that's what he meant when he said, begin with the end in mind. Begin with a big vision. Begin with the big goal, with a big dream. And when you do that, now what you need to do just becomes easy. And so the last thing that I want to share with you for you to live your best year ever is really to prioritize self-care. Prioritize self-care. When you prioritize self-care, success comes easy. I remember when I was starting my journey in content creation and entrepreneurship, I found success when I spent most of my time in taking care of myself. Like, when I want to rest, I'll rest. When I need to work out, I'll work out. When I need to meditate, I meditate. I prioritize myself. Oh, I have a meeting? No, move that meeting, cancel that meeting. I need to meditate. I need to work out. I need to eat. I need to sleep properly. Right? Self-care is my number one priority. Was I scared that the opportunities might, pass? Of course I was. But I knew for a fact that in the long game, it's going to play out. Like, if I keep on chasing opportunities, the opportunities will run away. If I work on myself, now I'm going to be the one attracting opportunities. So if you think about it, success is just you making sure that you take care of yourself. Self-care should be your number one priority. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your heart, and take care of your soul. And so those are the three things that you need to remember for you to live your best year ever. And I'll be creating a lot more of these to help you get jump started on 2023. And hopefully you share this with as many people as you love. And of course, if you like the content that I produced, go ahead and check out the book that I have. The link is down below or anywhere. You can check it out in the captions or the descriptions. And read my book. Let me know what you think. And I'm just so excited to share with you a lot. There's a lot of lessons and quotes, even quotes that you can use in your life so that you'd be reminded of how you can live your best year ever. So again, thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode, go ahead and, share this. Click that follow button. If you're on Spotify, please do not forget to rate this podcast a 5-star rating. And for those people who share this podcast on their Instagram and who are tagging me at Alec Cuenca, I see you. I appreciate you. You are the reason why the podcast is growing so much. And I just want to say that I'm really grateful for you. So again, thank you so much. Keep on sharing the podcast and listen to the other episodes if you'd like. And so thank you. My name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, Small Conversations with Huge Impact. Now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. And always remember that you are loved, you are capable, and you are enough. See you next episode. Peace.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.